Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. I have to tell you, the NFL offseason is always full of surprises, but this one in particular is shaping up to be a game changer. We're witnessing a move that could redefine the NFC West's landscape, and it directly involves the San Francisco 49ers, a team that's been a perennial powerhouse in recent years. The news is about Leonard Williams, yes, the veteran defensive tackle who has been making waves in Seattle, being potentially traded to the 49ers. And let me tell you, this isn't just any trade rumor. This has major implications, not only for the 49ers but for the entire division. Leonard Williams, at 31 years old, is a player who often flies under the radar but shouldn't. He's one of those guys who quietly dominates on the defensive line, a player whose impact often goes beyond the eye test. Since entering the league, Williams has been recognized as one of the most underrated players in the NFL, and that's no exaggeration. His size, skill set, and relentless motor make him a nightmare for offensive lines. Last season alone, with the Seahawks, he tallied an impressive 11 sacks, leading the team and showcasing his ability to get to the quarterback consistently. That's the kind of production that could elevate any defense, especially one like the 49ers, which has built its identity around a fierce, aggressive, and relentless defensive front. And the 49ers, as we all know, have long been defined by their defensive prowess. Remember the dominant defenses of recent years, the way they could stifle even the best defenses in the league. Well, despite losing some key veterans this offseason, Javon Hargrave, Dre Greenlaw, Leonard Floyd, the team still maintains core pieces like Nick Bosa, who is arguably one of the best defensive players in the league, and the promising rookie Michael Williams, who was drafted 11th overall in 2025. The hype around Michael Williams is real. He's been praised for his elite pass rush potential, and reports from training camp suggest he could make an immediate impact. And here's the crux. The depth on the line beyond these stars is a bit thin. You've got Bosa, you've got Williams, but after that, the talent pool isn't as deep as we're used to seeing in San Francisco. This is where Leonard Williams could come in and change the game. The 49ers are known for their rotational approach up front, rotating players to keep them fresh and to maximize pressure on opposing quarterbacks. With Williams added to the mix, they'd be getting a veteran who not only has a proven track record of producing at a high level, 11 sacks in 2024, multiple tackles for loss, QB pressures, but also someone who brings leadership and experience to a relatively young and unproven unit. His presence would help solidify that defensive line, making it even more formidable. Now, here's an interesting point. Williams is under contract through 2026, with guaranteed money and some void years beyond that, which makes him a valuable asset for any team looking to reinforce their defensive line immediately. But at the same time, given his age and the NFL's evolving approach to roster construction, he might be viewed as a trade candidate, especially if Seattle decides to pivot and rebuild. The Seahawks are in a transitional phase, and with their salary cap situation still tight despite restructuring some contracts, trading Williams makes sense from a cap management perspective. It would free up significant space, allowing them to make other moves, target draft picks, or sign younger players to fit their new direction under head coach Mike Macdonald, who is known for focusing on youth and development. And let's not forget, the Seahawks are still projected to be over the cap for 2025 even after some restructuring. That means they'll have to make some tough decisions. Trading Williams could be a strategic move to unlock cap space, giving them flexibility for future extensions, free agent signings, or simply to rebuild with more draft capital. It's a smart move if they want to accelerate their rebuild, especially considering that Williams' current contract has guaranteed money through 2026, But with age and the team's future plans in mind, a trade could benefit both sides. So, why would the 49ers want to pull the trigger on this deal? Well, for starters, adding a player like Williams instantly boosts their defensive front. His size, skill, and leadership qualities would complement Nick Bosa perfectly, creating a formidable duo that offenses would have nightmares facing. Plus, his experience and proven production, especially his ability to get to the quarterback, align perfectly with what San Francisco looks for in their defensive linemen. The 49ers are always looking to improve their pass rush and interior run defense, and Williams fits the bill. His presence would also serve as a veteran mentor for the younger players, including rookies like Michael Williams, helping them develop and adapt to the NFL's demanding environment. Now, you might wonder, how would this fit into the 49ers' current strategy? Well, San Francisco has always prioritized a dominant defensive line as a cornerstone of their identity. Even after losing some veterans, they've managed to keep that core intact, but adding a player of Williams' caliber would reinforce their position as one of the league's most disruptive defenses. It would also give them more versatility on the line, allowing them to rotate players effectively and keep them fresh throughout games. Remember, Shanahan's system emphasizes pressure on the quarterback and stopping the run, and Williams' skill set aligns perfectly with these principles. He's a disruptor, a player who can command double teams, freeing up other pass rushers like Bosa to get after the QB. But of course, the trade isn't just about on-field performance. It's also about the future cap management for both teams. Seattle, by trading Williams, not only gains cap space, but also acquires draft capital that can be used to rebuild their roster. The Seahawks are in a rebuilding phase, and shedding a sizable contract like Williams's could be a strategic move to accelerate that process. For the 49ers, acquiring Williams would be a statement move, signaling their intent to contend again and fortify their defense for another deep playoff run. Now, let's get a little deeper into the current state of the 49ers. This team, as we all know, has been a consistent playoff contender for the past few seasons. They have a strong foundation on both sides of the ball, but their defense has always been the crown jewel. Nick Bosa is arguably the best defensive player in the league, and his presence is a game changer. The addition of Williams could take that defense to another level, especially in the trenches. And with the NFC becoming more competitive each year, every upgrade counts. The Eagles, Cowboys, and even the reigning champions are loading up, so the 49ers need to stay ahead of the curve. This potential trade also fits into the broader picture of the NFL's strategic moves this offseason. Teams are looking to maximize their cap efficiency, acquire young talent, and bring in veteran leaders who can make an immediate impact. The Seahawks, facing their own internal challenges, might see trading Williams as a way to get ahead in that race, especially since they are still trying to figure out their future under a new coaching regime. For San Francisco, bringing in a proven veteran like Williams would be a statement of intent, showing that they're not just content with what they have, but are actively seeking ways to improve and push for another Super Bowl appearance. And looking at the bigger picture, the NFC West is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in recent years. The Rams, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals are all making interesting moves, but the 49ers have maintained their status as favorites, thanks in large part to their coaching, roster depth, and strategic investments. Adding Leonard Williams could be the piece that pushes them over the top, giving them that extra edge needed to outlast their rivals. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. What are the risks involved? Well, age is always a consideration with a player like Williams. At 31, durability could become an issue over the next couple of seasons. But considering his recent production and leadership, the potential benefits outweigh the risks, especially if the 49ers can get him at a reasonable price and fit him into their rotation effectively. Plus, with his contract structure, San Francisco might be able to negotiate terms that make sense for their cap situation, making this move not just about immediate impact, but also about long-term planning. So, as we sit here contemplating this potential blockbuster move, it's clear that the NFL offseason continues to surprise us. The trade of Leonard Williams from Seattle to San Francisco could be one of those moves that shifts the balance of power in the NFC West and sets the stage for an exciting 2025 season. The 49ers are always looking to improve, always seeking that competitive edge, and this move could be exactly what they need to push them back into Super Bowl contention. Whether it happens or not, one thing is for sure. The NFL never stops evolving, and the NFC West is about to get a whole lot more interesting. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Leonard Williams would be a perfect fit for the 49ers defensive line? Would he help them reach another Super Bowl? Or do you think there are better options out there? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion really matters to us and to the team. This is the kind of move that could define the trajectory of the franchise for years to come, and your input is part of that conversation. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with even more updates, rumors, and insights on the 49ers. So stay tuned and keep supporting this channel for all the latest San Francisco 49ers news. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Niners!